Hi there, this is Carm of the Nifty Polygon. I'm starting a new playlist on my channel here. It's going to be a little more technical, a little more long form. It's going to go into how to do specific things related to game development. In this particular video, we're going to talk about some LightWave stuff, but it can apply to generally any type of 3D program worth its salt. And, in the future, we'll tackle some actual programming stuff. But this is something that I came across while developing a pre-rendered cutscene, the intro to my upcoming game. Let's take a look at a still frame of it. Not ready to show the whole thing yet because I want to have it with sound effects before I showed it to you guys. But you can see that it's got like a particle-based smoke puffs from the explosion, and the sizes of them are mixed up. And so we're going to go into how I did that in this video and some other things. So what we're looking at here is a little simple test scene. It's got some particle-based smoke. By the way, there's multiple ways to make smoke in LightWave. This is just one of them. Let's turn on the preview here. There we go. Now, if I go into my nodes, it's a pretty simple setup here. This curve is showing the radius of the particle growing as it goes through the lifespan of the particle, relative particle age. And this is a simple turbulence node which gives it some noise. Let's take a look at the noise. So the problem is they all have the same noise. They all look like they're all clones of each other. So let's fix that. Let's see. Random. Let's go with a random scaler. I'm going to take the particle ID and put that into the seed. So, random, as you were probably aware, random generators use seeds, and particle ID is like a serial number that every particle has. They're all unique. So if you put a different number in seed, you get different results. Let's go to make vector. Let's set this to range -10 to 10. So it's going to pick a number between -10 and +10. And we'll just stick that into the X value. And then we'll put that into the position of the noise. So that will change the X position. Not X position, it's not telling a story. The X position of every little puffball of smoke there. So now they're all unique. All right, now let's do something more fancy. So if I want to break up the size, I'm going to do another random. Based again with the particle ID. Let's see, let's say from 0 to 30, I'll do 3 groups. So we'll have like a small, medium, and large puffballs. And I'm going to add a compound node so we can keep things tidy. Let's put the random in here. Let's say, oh, here it is, rename rando. And then we'll also take the relative particle age and put that in there. So in here, we're going to I'm going to rename this to make it a little smaller. I'll just say age. We're going to use logic. Put that in A. Now for B, we'll say 10. And so if it's equal or less than 10, it will spit out the value of 1. Otherwise, it'll be 0. Let's double click on here to leave the compound node. And I'm going to take this, copy it, stick it in here. And then multiply, scalar multiply. And there we go. So if the logic is excluding it, it will output 0, which means this curve will result in 0 once it's been multiplied. So I'm going to copy this group, paste it over here, and another one over here. We'll put the same values in each one. Okay, so this one is 0 to 10. This one will be 20 to 30. And this one will be a little more complicated. We're going to say greater than 10, but greater than less than or equal to 20. So now we want to make sure that the middle group is between 10 and 20. So if it's greater than 10, it'll be 1. If it's less than 20, it'll also be 1. And then we multiply these to make sure we only get 1 if both are 1. Because 1 times 1 is 1, 1 times 0 is 0. There we go. So now, only one of these will be a non-zero number. So there we go. Of course, we can check the random number output right there, or the result of our random operation. Okay, so then what I can do now is I can say add all 3 of these together because only one of them will be more than 0. We don't need this anymore. All right. Now this doesn't look any different yet, but it will. I'm going to go into alpha and we'll make this smaller by lowering the value like this. Let's go in here. This will be easier to see. There you can see roughly 1/3 of them are shrinking. Don't need to make it quite so dramatically different. Okay. So, okay, that's the one we shrunk, I guess, 0.02. Yeah, 0.02. So that's 0.08. And we'll make the third one the big one. There we go. I kept the starting value the same. Oops. There we go. That's probably a little too dramatically different, but you get the idea. We got small, medium, and large, and this greatly breaks up the look of the smoke. Let's take a look in VPR. It breaks things up better. Oh, I don't have them fading out to black. Let's do that, why not? We'll use curve. Relative particle age once again. And we'll put that in scattering, I think. What I like to do is add a little bit of a fade in when they're first born as well. A very quick one. And then zero down here, one being the end of its life. Yep. And of course we can tweak that to taste. But you can see they're fading out now. And because we did a little bit of a fade at the beginning, they're not going to pop in either. Could probably show here, we don't get the textures, but yeah. Yeah, it looks nice. So that's it. I mean, you can do other tricks with random. We can real quickly add a gradient, and we'll say paste random. We're going to go from 0 to 1. Stick that in there. Now for this one, I want to make sure I'm not using the same exact seed for this, because I don't want it to line up with the three groups or anything like that. So I'm going to say math scalar add, and we'll add 3 to that value of the particle ID, just to make it a different number. That's all it takes. And we'll stick this into scattering color, I believe, there. Right now it disappeared because it's black. There we go. Going through the whole rainbow there. So you can get all kinds of funky effects. Like so. All right. well, that's basically the basics. I hope you got something from it, and if you could do me a favor and go to itch.io and look up digital infiltrators. I'll put the link in the description, and there's a free demo to it. This is my first game, and then yeah, play the demo, see if you like it. Maybe you'll choose to buy it. That'll make my day, certainly. And if you don't want to do that, you want to just give me a little donation for this, you can go to this link here and do it that way. But, you know, it's the same price, basically. $5 will get you the game, so you can donate to me and get a game with it by just going to itch. But, yeah, thank you very much, and I'll be seeing you soon. Bye-bye.